Hi everyone, this is Sibbe Bladh. Man and woman are completely possessed by their ego. They are so deeply steeped in ego illusion that they are completely bewitched. Illusion has completely taken over all their sense of reality, and they are completely lost in this universe. They are completely blind to truth and reality, and they have made up their mind that they somehow will rule destiny with their folly, with their wrong observation of reality, their wrong conclusions of what this game is about. They will be playing tough, claiming to be mighty black magicians, evil souls, all kind of foolish, idiotic things that they like to boast themselves about. This is, of course, completely ridiculous. It holds no value. It shows that this person is off. Evil exists, but the person that is truly evil would never say to anyone that they were evil. They wouldn't utter a word about that. You see, it's the wannabes, it's the image people, those who play with gimmicks, styles, fashions, personas, that want to portray to the outer world that they are something special. And if you cannot be the best or the brightest, you want to be the baddest. If you can't be loved, you want to be feared. This is the childish mentality. That's the primitive mentality that the dark force live in, and those who are possessed by the dark force. They are truly a big ego, like children, undeveloped individuals, psychologically, emotionally, that has been caught in a certain low vibration. And you see, the human creature is smart. They have a sharp, two-edged tongue. They can lie, they can manipulate, they can play the game, and they know they can do it because of the vast stupidity of many people, or majority of people are quite lost intellectually, and that's why they can play their game and always get away with it. You can say that these idiots' support is the life energy of the dark. You see, real light, real true power, it comes from an inner force that is greater than darkness and light, good and evil. A truly powerful person possesses both dark and light to the fullness, to the maximum, simultaneously. And this concept is hard to grasp for those who have a one-pointed consciousness that only see one side, an unbalanced consciousness of dualism can only see one-sidedness. They cannot see completeness or understand deeper issues about reality, because it's always subjective. This is not objective consciousness. This is a consciousness that is partaking and think that this is really, really important, that they are the spot that everything revolves around, the most important thing, and they can do whatever they want. What they fail to understand is that energy rules the universe. Life rules the universe. Life comes from energy, from power. So to accumulate true divine power within the creature is always superior. And anyone claimed to be on the dark path of evil, that's bullshit. Even the Satanist is about illumination, about information, knowledge. These dark traits, that was a scarecrow from the Vatican, from the true dark side. You know, who are they? They who condemn, they who judge, they who separate, they who destroy. That is the dark side. Who is the light side? Is those who build, create, those who have honor, those who are worthy, those who are noble creatures, noble souls. And such souls will always stand above the lower frequency of illusion, hate, misery, and misunderstanding. And this is not about a religious view of everything. This is the natural progression of life and consciousness, and where you are on that scale. That's what this is about. Our consciousness and views are not colored by religious dogma, you know, by the old ways of seeing dark and light and good and evil. We don't go for that story. We come from a completely different knowledge about this. It's like the Templars and the Vatican. That is the oldest clash in our Western civilization. The Templars, who were they? They were noble souls that gave up everything for faith and for their community, for their order, to live in chastity, purity, innocence, knighthood, chivalric traits and behaviors of nobility, purity in soul and mind, to be one, to fight for the divine, for the light, and for the true knowledge of the ancient world. And who were state and church, were the evil forces, still are in many cases. They were the evil forces that had a worldly battle, a material quest, and a power struggle to rule this realm of materia. They were greedy, lusty, drunken by their own egotism, and wanted to destroy the pure knights, those who were pure warriors of God, of the divine, of the holy knowledge about the universe. The dark force didn't want that, so they created judgment, to judge, persecution, and all people that live in that lineage of condemnation and judging and quarreling, they are a part of the dark force. So the light have to conspire. The light have to conspire the same way as the dark think they are doing. And now the dark, they sacrifice bats, they drink blood of cats, and do strange things with shit. These are despicable, awful fucking creatures. Like the most worthless animals on the lowest scale of incarnation. That's where they're at. That is what you deal with. But they possess a human brain, so they can cause problems. And they are indoctrinating you and fooling you. Like I said before, the ignorance of the human collective, that is their wealth. That is their business idea. Always. So it can look like these people are successful. They have thousands of followers, right? But if you knew how these followers were, in what kind of mental state psychologically these people were in, you would see how worthless this illusion is. It's completely worthless. It's a material obstacle for spiritual evolution that is supposed to be there. But boy, you don't want to be one of those people. Same way you don't want to be a religious fanatic. Because the problem is the judging, the feeling of superiority over others, built on hate, built on discrimination. That is the problem, whether you are Christian or Satanist. Because when you reach the pure, you will not judge. You become more and more absorbed in the divine power, which is pure, which is ever-loving, everlasting. Pure, crystal clear consciousness of wisdom. And the more you're one with that, the more you don't feel a need to condemn. You will understand, but you will not make your own soul dirty by having a lot of opinions and thoughts. You just don't give a fuck. You don't give a shit about that. Alright? That's past. That's unreal. Let those idiots deal with that. Remember, most people are idiots. That's a fact, whether you like it or not. Most people are off the track, sleepy, unconscious, unwilling to learn or to see. And these are the very bottom. It's the dark side who pull in this unconscious matter, the humans, into their net. And that test must be there to create tribulation in people's life in order for them to learn and to overcome and to reach where they're supposed to reach. And as soon as you stand above things, you laugh at things. You laugh at evil. You don't laugh at sufferation, of course. That's tragic. But you laugh at what's going on in people's brains and what they think about themselves and the world. Because it's at such a low level, infantile. And you are very big, very huge soul, connected with the almighty power. So we live in different worlds, different realities, and these energies don't mingle. It can hurt very much when the light dissolves the darkness, burn the darkness into non-existence by its own brilliance. It hurt very much, and the psychopathic ego is very fragile. They get a narcissistic mortification, meaning that their false self, their false little devil that lie in them, it dies, and they are left completely alone and vulnerable and weak in this powerful world where the powerful illuminates, the wise man, the sages, the gods. You see, to face them, you have to live in the natural order. You cannot live in fantasy world of your own little complaints, your own dissatisfaction, your own failure. You cannot live there to become one with the greatest. You must work diligently to become one of the greatest, and to purify your soul, your essence, part by part, until evil karma don't hold any sway over you or your destiny anymore, and you're free to create. This is the beautiful thing about everything. You're free to choose. You're free to do what suits you and please your soul. So the dark entities, they want to dwell in the darkness. So what? Let them dwell in darkness. As long as you don't go down in their little pit with them, why should you even bother? Fuck them, you know. Fuck them. And if it's war we're gonna fight. And you're gonna die, and you're gonna live forever, because there's no end. You must always stand up and defend what is right, no matter the cost. That's the mentality you need. And you need to face these people, like the Templars, if necessary, to fight them. That's how physical reality works. But you must always keep in yourself the light of love, of divinity and purity, built on right. Even though the religions don't stand any longer, they don't have the same meaning. There is an essence within the religions that we must hold on to, and that is the worthiness, the laws, the holy laws, how to behave. You should not steal, you should not commit adultery, you should honor your father and mother. All these ancient laws are the laws of the light, of civilization and of eternity. If you break those laws, you have nothing to do with eternity. Then eternal life in space, consciousness, is not for you. You are part of the down spiraling motion, down to unconscious chaos. The Tusha powers, the powers of chaos, that's where they're heading, for complete chaos, like a nightmare world, an underground world. And even in this world down there, they're not safe, because they don't have the shield of energy to protect their soul traveling through the underworld. That's why you have to be like Odin. You have to ride on Sleipnir, the eightfold horse, which symbolizes something completely different than a horse. But you will need these 8 things, 8 foots to stand on to go to the spirit world, and to make the journey through the spirit world and drink the mead of poetry with the goddess of death. Make no mistake, these slackers, these darkness shit eaters, they will get what they deserve. They will reap what they have sown. They will get what they have requested through their lifetime, through their actions. Remember one thing, you are your actions. Your conscience, your actions, that is your level of energy. And that's why also the religion tell you to do good things, good deeds, as a part of spiritual illumination. Because evil deeds will take from that eternal light in you and diminish that and lower your energy, so you drop down on lower frequencies. That is the simple mathematics of energy and life. And all the confused negative things, that is to test us, that is to teach us, that is to make the light smarter, more dangerous, more penetrating, more observant, more pushing through, more trampling whatever kind of fucking shit that comes in the way. That is the only purpose of these shit eaters, these dark forces. Remember that, and don't take it serious. They are amongst the weakest of all. And to avoid them, you must live an holy life, to sanctify and purify your body in water many times daily. You must free your mind from all the negative net of illusion that is going on. And frankly, don't care about almost nothing but your own vibration and how you feed that. That's the most important. So you cut off the world, you cut off their desires and wishes and fantasies, and you start following your own vibration, and to work on that, and to constantly purify yourself on all levels. Cut off your detachment with karma. Cut off your detachment in the world of action and reaction, and become very problematic for the materialist mindset, those who demand that you follow every rule they have set up. Continue to be problematic by not cooperating with anything but the true force, what's truly exalts your soul. That is the only thing you cooperate with, whether it's people, things, places, whatever. You're here to gather the vibration, like the honeybee gathers from the flowers. You're here to gather the holy energy in your soul, so it vibrates until you reach liberation, freedom from materia. That is the mission. And you mustn't be afraid of the evil opposite. You must dance with them and laugh at them and fight with them. In some ways, everything is the same. Everyone is the same. Just a bad copy. A bad copy of the other. So truly it's your own bullshit that you see. So you might as well fight the external too. You have already defeated your own weaknesses, your own darkness, your own confusion. So now you might as well fight with the external. One has to become like a madman to survive. You can never bow, you can never ever surrender. You cannot capitulate, never ever. But you also need to learn to let go and know that everything passes. Everything you know will pass. This is temporarily. But you're connecting with this higher force that will lead you onward. So don't let these people who are dying shit eaters try to fool you. You're not a part of that. You're a part of the true love that dwells in your heart, that have been encapsulated by a lot of negative energy from the time we live in, from the people, from our own action and thoughts. We have built layer and layer and layer between the spiritual power and our nerve system. But the more you let go, forgive yourself and forgive others and let go of things, the more free you will become. The more you will feel love and humility in your soul, and you will be thankful. And the dark might mock you, calling you a nerd, whatever. But remember, it's those who laugh last that wins this game. Okay? It's those who laugh last that wins this game. Everybody looking for joy. Everybody looking to feel good. Everybody wants to be happy. Then some, of course, forgot this and thought they need to be whipped or lashed or make other really, really stupid, unintelligent things. But deep inside, everybody needs to be truly loved and have urge in their soul to feel this ecstasy. That is true faith. That is our destiny. That is where we all gather. And that is where all life is streaming to. It's the higher consciousness, the higher mind that builds worlds, that create universes, that lives forever. So make your choice, think about it a lot, go through it, see, meditate and see and understand and choose the right. And if you're caught in the wrong, always keep swimming upwards. It will release you. It just, you need to keep going up, and you will reach the surface one day or another. The thing you cannot do is to put weight on your shoulder when you way down there, and put more weight that make you even sink lower. We want quick results. We get disappointed. As we know, to expect something is to create misery, unhappiness. So you can never expect to feel good the other day. It's a long process to come out of the dark. Just as it's a long process to run a marathon. A couch potato cannot run a marathon. He needs to start practicing and gradually become stronger and stronger until he reaches that point where he can run the marathon. And it's the same thing, dragging yourself out of the dark. It will be like a marathon. You will have to be very patient, very methodic, and just keep going even though everything feels pointless. That's the way out of the dark. And every time you have a full illumination of your chakra, of your soul system, you will have a sense of emptiness afterwards. But don't give up on the spiritual path. Just cling on to what the principles, what you know is right. In that absence, in that feeling, in that void of emptiness, when the light has fainted and left you. The light comes to see you to lead your path, not to carry you to the light. That is your own work. And you do that by paying with pain in the dark. So hang on in there and keep going upward. Don't listen to the cynic people who have fallen and sunken way down in the mud. Don't go after them. Don't let them snare you. Trample them, climb on them if necessary. But keep going where you're heading, where you're supposed to head, where your most inner dreams tell you to go, and what you really long for inside. And to these black magic shit eaters and blood drinkers, and bon appetit, knock yourself out, motherfuckers. You're free to do whatever you want, and you're free to reap the consequences out of your actions. Just as the saints, the sages reap their good consequences, you will reap your evil consequences. And that is 100% your choice and freedom to do that. You have the liberty to do that. It's okay. No one is judging you. But we see what you are. Alright? And we don't beat around the bush with that. You're a bunch of fucking lowlifes, shit eaters. And that's what it is. And then you want to portray yourself like something very, very big and mighty and beautiful. But it's all fake, it's all bogus. And anyone with a medium IQ sees straight through that. They laugh at you. You can only get the low IQ people, the followers, the sect mentality people, the sheeps. It's only them you get. You never get one of the real beast, one of the real wolf, bear or eagle soul. You don't get sharpness in your ranks. But let the best people win, alright? Don't take my words for granted. Look at history, look at where we're heading, and time will tell who's wrong and who's right. Time will tell that. So keep observing, people. Stay on the right side, on the right path. Don't fall for the bullshit. Alright, that's my message. Focus on the positive. Focus on what gives you the chills. What gives you vibration. Alright, take care everybody. Bless.